one of the biggest mistakes we're making in wellness is believing that we're controlling our energy. I've been one of those people that actually aligned with that idea for many years. But when I think about just the concept of, I've heard many people talk about equal energy or reciprocity, right? And they want to do something because they're giving, but they're not receiving in return. It really came into this. When you're in the space of generosity, you are both transmitting and receiving at the same time. That is the key to manifestation. And this is why I love essential oils, comparatively speaking, to medications. Now, I will always tell you there's a reason, there's a time and a place for everything, including medication. Having a background in pharmacology, there's no way that I would ever dispute that. So there's a purpose to it. But when you're using a medication, the energy of the medication is very specific and directed. It's an attempt to control an organism. But when you're using oils, they are simultaneously assisting you with transmitting and receiving. And in the world that we have today, it is so chemically noisy. There are certain places on the planet where it's not quite as bad. But at the same time, no matter where you are, we have a very chemically noisy world. And what do I mean by that? Well, our body is actually breathing, our skin is actually breathing the chemicals in the air. It is constantly detecting what's in our environment that notifies our nervous system and affects GABA of all things. Now, GABA is the neurotransmitter that helps you to self-soothe. It is why people like to drink alcohol, because it helps to relax us. But if the body is detecting something dangerous, guess what? Your nervous system gets activated. This is why you don't want to use essential oils as remedies. Of course, they have the benefit of symptom relief. Of course, you want to know which ones to select. But chemically speaking, and it's disappointing because there's a lot of organizations that don't like the idea of oils, which is why I am beginning to train people how to do this so that we can have a wellness program out there that initiates the use of aromatics for the sheer fact that we have a chemically noisy world. And when you're working around a bunch of people and they're all highly stressed, there's another factor in your environment that is being detected by your nervous system. This is how stress is contagious. It is also how enthusiasm is contagious. But we have to know how to regulate our systems. And this is the advantage to using oils, because it's not controlled. It's simultaneously transmitting and receiving.